I don't admit this often, y'all, but I think I was wrong. I think I was wrong about a particular person. We all know him as Kanye West. So some of y'all might remember back in 2019, Kanye West started doing what's called Sunday service. All right, so for everyone who needs a quick refresher, okay, it says the cult of celebrity religion. What really goes on during Kanye West's ultra secretive $50 million a year Sunday services, and how his elite inner circle helps him lure in a band of loyal followers. Okay, when Kanye West launched his Sunday services early 2019, a slew of burning questions quickly emerged. Was the rapper trying to start a new church? What exactly went on during the 60-minute long weekly sessions, and why were so many of Hollywood's most famous faces getting involved? Initially, only those specifically invited could attend, with everyone asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement. It turns out Kanye's Sunday service is more similar to a concert than it is to a religious sermon. The weekly events usually consist of him and his hand-picked gospel choir performing spiritual renditions of his biggest hits to an elite group of friends, family members, and fellow stars. When pressed about the bizarre service, the musician later described it as simply a chance for people to come together and to feel good, while his ex-wife, Kim, called it a healing experience that's less about preaching and more about the music. Red flag, ding, 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 ding. Okay, from the many controversies that have plagued the event to the numerous stars who have made appearances, here's everything you need to know about Kanye's $50 million a year Sunday service. Okay, so I mean, if y'all was there, for those of us who was there to see it in real time, we saw it. It was, you know, the music was musicking, but it was just weird. For me, I always just kind of felt like, if this is about Jesus and about the gospel and all that, why are celebrities the only one who can attend? But in hindsight, I guess now I'm like, okay, I somewhat can understand why you wouldn't want non-celebrities there, because then maybe people would just be coming because they want to see you or other celebrities. So maybe that's the mindset behind it. But I just kind of thought, like, no, this is about Christ. Shouldn't you be inviting people in general, whether they're a celebrity or not? So he was having these church services just for celebrities, and it was super secret and super private. Nobody really knew what was going on in there, but you know, everybody was like dressed in the same type of garb and singing gospel songs. I always thought it was weird. Okay, but I remember specifically during that time that a lot of people on social media were debating, you know, is Kanye West a Christian? If he's saying he's a Christ follower, you know, Christians, y'all should just believe him. And so, you know what? At first, I was real hesitant about believing that Kanye West was a Christian. But then over time, I started to think, well, you know what? If this man really has given his life to the Lord, then I'm being kind of a jerk. I'm being kind of a Pharisee, because I'm assuming that he's putting on a show or he's lying or something like that. And that's not really right. So what I did was, well, I posted a YouTube video about, you know, Kanye West's recent conversion to Christianity. This was back when I had like 5 YouTube subscribers, and my camera was trash, and I was wearing lace front. Don't judge me. But I was like, y'all, like, Kanye West, I think he might be for real about this thing. In 2023, how do I feel about that right now? I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I feel God. I feel God a little bit, because what is going on with Kanye West? I don't know if y'all saw this, but a few weeks ago, him and his wife were in Italy, and they were on a boat, and it appears as though they was doing something real inappropriate on the boat. Now, this is a family channel, so I can't show everything, but I'm gonna show you what I can. I've got concerns, okay? Maybe I'll just leave it there. I've got concerns. I don't know what's going on with Kanye West, but there just seems to have been like a weird transition that he's gone through over the years. But even before the Sunday services, Kanye West was, you know, he did a lot of things that were mocking the church, or at least seemed to be mocking the church and mocking Christianity.
The show saw Kanye bring out a Jesus impersonator on stage and exchange in a dialogue with him. Kanye asks Jesus if it's really him, and Jesus replies, "I've been here the whole time."
I remember he did the Yeezus album. Never listened to that album a day in my life. Don't plan to start now. I think he even had like a Yeezus Bible or something, a Bible with Kanye West. Don't quote me on that. What else did he do? You know, him and Jay-Z just seemed to really be annoyed with Christianity. Oh, the other thing was, he said that he was more influential than the Apostle Paul. We was like, now Kanye. Let's not forget that the man called himself Yeezus and said that he was more influential than the Apostle Paul. Apostle Paul, the Apostle Paul, and
by 50% more influential than any other human being. Don't with me.
So after all that, and then to see him start to say, no, I'm a Christian, I was like, what? Is he actually doing this for real now? So like I said, I did my YouTube video and I was like trying to give him encouragement or whatever, even though I know he was never going to see that. But I just thought it was so cool. Like, Lord, wouldn't it be really cool if Kanye West for real is a Christian? One of the things that changed my mind about it, as far as him actually being a Christian, one of the reasons I started to believe maybe he actually is a Christian is because of how he was talking on the Jimmy Kimmel show. He went on Jimmy Kimmel and he was like, yo, like, I'm a Christian, you know, like, I'm not really concerned about all this fame and money stuff. Like, I got on this cheap Walmart sweatshirt hoodie. This dude in the audience who just won the lottery, he's wearing like a maybe it wasn't Cootie, maybe it was who was that designer? Somebody expensive, not Dolce and Gabbana. Anyway, some famous designer.
I saw the Gucci jacket.
He was like, you spend all this money on this. Like, I'm not even concerned about that kind of stuff. And he was like, you know, I'm a Christian, everything. I have a swear jar. I try not to say bad words anymore. I'm like, go Kanye, go Kanye. I was excited. Oh, another thing. So I think it was on Apologia when Kanye West was visiting a particular church. I don't remember the name of the church or the pastor, but this pastor did an interview on the Apologia YouTube channel or whatever. And, you know, they was kind of asking him like, yo, is Kanye West for real?
I know you've done a lot of interviews on this, and I'm sure you're starting to feel like Kanye's like Christian spokesperson here. But I haven't heard anybody ask you this question. Would you say that Kanye is holding to the doctrines of grace?
I don't think that he would know what those are at this moment.
Like, he for real? And the pastor was like, I mean, he been coming to our church for a while, and it seemed like he for real.
Basically, he started visiting our church back in mid-May, and after he visited 2 or 3 times, he stands at the back of the church. He wants to talk to the pastor. And so I'm like, hey man, my name's Adam. What's your name? He's like, my name's Kanye. I'm like, hey bro, he said about 5 weeks ago, I got radically saved. And I'm like, hey man, what does that mean? What do you mean you got radically saved? And he just started telling me a little bit of his testimony. And
so we was like, okay. I'm saying we, like I was in the studio with Jeff Durbin and them, but I was like, okay, all right, go Kanye. So Kanye did Sunday services, then he started doing, he did that gospel album, which, okay, is it the best gospel album that I've ever heard? No. But for what he was claiming to be, the space that he was claiming to be in his walk with Christ at the time, I was like, yo, this is good. I mean, musically, it was pretty good. There was some good songs on there. Church on Sunday, you my Chick-fil-A. That one. Oh, and then he had that song with Fred Hammond, and y'all already know I'm a huge Fred Hammond fan. So then he came out with another follow-up gospel album, but things got very dark on that one. I still like songs on it. There was some of the songs on that album became like huge TikTok songs, right? But I did feel like a shift. I'm like, the other one felt kind of light and he felt very repentant. But in this other one, honestly, I don't even know if I understood really what he was talking about half the time. Then he did that performance with Marilyn Manson. That was weird because why are you doing a performance with Marilyn Manson on what's supposed to be a gospel album? And Marilyn Manson, as far as last time I checked, he don't really do the whole Christianity thing either, right? Like, isn't he kind of like the antithesis of Christianity? But I still was listening to the album though, and I think there was a little bit of cussing on that album too, if I'm not mistaken. Like, but maybe it was bleeped out a little bit. But yeah, it was weird, yo. It was mad weird. But I still give him a pass. I'm like, Kanye, I don't know what's going on, but Jesus music, I'm for Jesus music. So since then, what has happened? There was the Black Hebrew Israelite thing. Do y'all remember that? So he was claiming to be a Black Hebrew Israelite. I think that's what it was. That was a hot mess too. And then he didn't it cost him his Adidas deal or something? Like, he lost all this money. He went from being a billionaire to not being a billionaire. It's like, oh, that was bad because you can't be a Hebrew Israelite and a Christian. You can't do that. So like, what is going on with Kanye? Things just continue to spiral. Then him and Kim got divorced. Well, actually, maybe the divorce with Kim came before then. And then Kim was like saying he was stalking her. It just got weird. It got weird. And then what happened? So then he kind of was like, I don't know, kind of out of the limelight for about 5 minutes. Then he allegedly married his current wife. I don't know if they ever officially got married or not, but allegedly this is his wife. And she been going out in public wearing clothes that's just like not leaving a whole lot to the imagination. You know what I mean? Because where are your clothes? All right, that's weird. Oh, but he had a girlfriend. So he had a girlfriend after Kim, the dark hair girl. She like kind of looked like Kim, but she wasn't Kim. But I just thought it was weird because I'm like, okay, Kanye, if you and Kim are getting divorced because Kim doesn't want to follow you on your journey in Christianity, why are you now dating another woman who doesn't seem to be a Christian either, right? So Kim Kardashian, divorced, new girlfriend that lasted about 15 minutes, and now his current alleged wife. So yeah, it ain't making no sense to me. So the Italy boat thing, I'm like, yo, Kanye, what are you doing? I am actually concerned for this man at this point. I really am. I'm concerned. But like, to turn the focus off of him just a smidge back on to me, because I just feel like, I was really feeling bad. I was feeling like a hypocritical, judgmental Christian for saying this man is probably not a Christian. And now for him to still like kind of be moving further and further away from Christ, I have to admit, like, it makes me sad. Not just because of me, but I'm just like, I'm really trying to be less of the type of Christian that thinks that people really can't get saved. Like God really can't change somebody's life, because I know that he can. I also would like to say this. On the internet, a lot of times people are so quick to criticize celebrities, and I get it. I've done my fair share of criticism, but I just wonder if sometimes, like, do we really want to see these people be born again? Are we really praying for them? I think Kanye West is someone who needs a lot of prayer. I think Beyonce is someone who needs a lot of prayer. Jay-Z, these types of folks, let's not assume that God can't reach them or that God doesn't want to reach them. Now, I know a lot of them seem to be like in blatant rebellion, and they are not looking for God, or far from God, all that. But these are people that seriously need prayer. So pray for them. I said all that to say, why did I say all that to say? I just wanted to share my heart on that. If I can say I learned one thing from this experience, is that we should be very careful before we deem someone a Christian. Watch their life. It doesn't mean you have to discourage them or like say nah, but maybe don't be so quick to like give someone a microphone just because they say they're a Christian. Because I remember shortly after all this stuff, like Joel Osteen had Kanye West come to his church and speak. And like, doesn't the Bible say, when someone is new to the faith, they should not immediately become a minister. Give them some time. Let them experience walking it out with Christ, being discipled, coming to a place of maturity. Because if you like hold them in such high esteem because you're excited because, they're a Christian now, but then they're not actually a Christian, or maybe, it's just they're not mature enough to handle all that comes along with, being a mouthpiece for God, that can be bad for everyone. So that's really all I had to say, y'all. I just wanted to share my heart, share my thoughts on the whole Kanye West thing. I don't know if he'll be able to go back to Italy. Seems like Italy is saying, Kanye, don't come back here, or at least the person who owns that boat company feels away. And they should feel away, because what he appeared to be doing was indecent. It was not a good look. So yeah, y'all pray for Kanye. Subscribe to the channel if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this from me, Miss Titus. Hit the like button, and y'all let me know how y'all feel about the transformation of Kanye West over the last 10 years or so. Yep. Okay, love y'all. Peace.